to ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
It was an act of domestic terrorism.
I'm Grace Monk, live in Minneapolis, where frustration is growing. My story is next.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Tonight, tensions are high in Minneapolis after an ICE-involved shooting.
It left a 37-year-old woman dead. Dramatic footage shows the moment an ICE agent opened fire. According to police, the woman was trying to leave the area when an ICE officer drew his weapon and fired multiple shots. The video drawing two dramatically different views from the city's mayor, but first, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is live in Minneapolis tonight. Grace, can you set the mood for us?
People here in Minneapolis are both sad and frustrated. The shooting happened around noon today. By now, police have cleared out, but crowds continue to gather. As you can see here behind me, there's a pretty large crowd. It's taking up about half of the street that we're standing on. People are out here with posters, flags, and flowers. This is something that's hitting this community pretty hard. Today's incident happened just 4 blocks away from where George Floyd was killed. 2 memorials have been set up for the victim. One where she was removed from the vehicle, the other where first responders treated her. Here's what one witness had to say.
Supposed to be protecting the public, protecting the United States, because they're federal government agents. And yet they're not doing that. They're out here being aggressive against people that are not trying to be aggressive against them.
According to the Star Tribune, the victim is 37-year-old Renee Nicole Gold. She was identified by her mother. And we're going to be out here throughout the night, so we'll have more coverage for you at 10. Reporting in Minneapolis, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Now, Grace, is there any word on how long people will be allowed to come and gather by the scene?
As of right now, we haven't heard anything. So again, people can continue to come out.
All right, Grace Monk live in Minneapolis. Thank you, Grace. And stay with News 8 Now on air and online for continuing coverage of the deadly ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis.
A News 8 follow-up, we can report that more ICE agents were spotted in Eau Claire County, this time at the courthouse. The sheriff tells us they were on the ground floor. Agents were spotted making calls, then left.
Wisconsin's Hmong community is reacting to a federal travel ban.
It's tied to national security. News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hine joins us with that reaction. Brooklyn.
Effective January 1st, citizens of Laos are not allowed to enter the United States. The ban is raising concerns for Hmong Americans looking to reunite with their family. The travel ban bars citizens of Laos from coming to the United States or applying for U.S. visas, including those for work, study, immigration, or tourism. The U.S. government says the move is part of national security enforcement. The news has raised concerns for Hmong Americans who still have close family ties abroad.
Many Hmong Americans I know, their moms or their siblings still live in Laos. And so with this travel ban, there is no possible path for families to reunite.
I spoke with Ku Vang, a founder of the local group Hmong to Hmong, who has family in Laos. This was his first time hearing about the travel ban.
My mom's sister still lives in Laos, and that's actually crazy that you say this because actually now that I think about it, you know, my family and us, we have talked about going to Laos too, because I would love for my mother to reunite with her sister.
Hmong Americans add that this ban limits the ability to bring their family to America.
Possibility for us to sponsor our families in Laos to come here, that is a foreclosed path.
There's families who would love to bring their loved ones from Laos to America, right, to give them a better life here.
Local organizations like Kia Shia say the policy could have lasting emotional effects on the community.
There's sort of loss of hope, right? There's hopelessness, and hopelessness takes a big toll on mental and emotional health.
The U.S. government says the ban is also in response to high visa overstay rates among travelers from Laos. Live in the newsroom, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Now to developing news. The U.S. military seizing 2 Venezuela-linked oil tankers today in separate operations. New Pentagon video shows American forces taking control of one tanker in the Caribbean. In the North Atlantic, the U.S. also capturing another oil tanker formerly known as Bella. The White House says both vessels were connected to Venezuela and part of ongoing sanctions enforcement.
Oil blockade, the quarantine of oil out of unsanctioned or stateless vessels continues.
President Trump has announced that Venezuela will turn over between 30 to 50 million barrels of sanctioned oil to the U.S. to sell, with proceeds benefiting both countries.
Definitely a mild day and some sunshine for the afternoon after morning fog, so it was actually pretty nice to be out there. And for this evening, we're continuing to see that temperature-wise still in the 30s, even upper 30s too. We do have a little bit of our fog tonight, but the bigger story after the fog is the amount of rainfall that are going to be coming later on. But for this evening, really mild conditions. We'll have low cloud development, maybe some fog later on for Eau Claire as you get closer to 10 p.m. But temperatures still staying near or above freezing for the most part. And La Crosse, likely to see an increase in cloud. The fog issue won't probably be much of a thing until we get later in the night. But for this evening, still 34, and that's even above our high temperature, normal high temperature, about 5 degrees, what we should be at 10 p.m. There's your current temperatures. We do have cloud cover. It doesn't depict all the low clouds. If you look at visibility right now, just a few areas kind of going up and down with some mist, and that's 4 to 5 miles. Nothing yet too much in the fog category, but low cloud development will happen. The bigger story, as I mentioned, a lot of rain, so we could see some ponding of water in areas. We could see the snow obviously is going to be melting. But we also have another event after that that may bring the snow back to areas that lose it too. So we'll update you on all that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Jackson County deputies arrested a Black River Falls man this morning on child pornography charges. 22-year-old Peyton Little George Dietzler was taken into custody after deputies issued a search warrant at a Brockway residence. The arrest stems from an Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. Little George Dietzler is charged with possession of child sexual abuse material and remains in the Jackson County Jail. Jackson County deputies also arresting a Sparta man for his 7th OWI offense Tuesday night. 42-year-old Leroy Woodworth was pulled over on U.S. Highway 12 in Brockway after reports of erratic driving and speeding. Field sobriety tests led to his arrest. Woodworth was already on probation for a previous felony OWI and is a registered sex offender.
A late entry, but polls call him an early Democratic frontrunner. Former Wisconsin Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes is running for governor this year. It comes after that 1% loss to Ron Johnson in the 2022 Senate race. He says he's the most well-equipped Democrat to lead the state through a, quote, critical time.
We see a presidential administration that's quite frankly left people behind in their most difficult moments. Costs are rising in almost every aspect of life. Everything costs too much. And we need real leadership that's going to stand up and demand more, to reject the status quo, to reject the Washington way and do things the Wisconsin way.
A recap of our full interview is on news8000.com, where you can also find our interviews with other Democratic and Republican candidates. Still to come tonight, a house fire in Viroqua, what we know so far.
And a local golf outing giving back to the community. The donation presented from funds raised during the annual event.
Tomorrow at 5, the murder made national news. We're in Minnesota for Adam Cravel's appeal. Plus, your car could soon tell if you're happy or sad. And Art is tracking rain when we see you at 5 a.m.
Winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
My experience with Gruber Law Offices, it's one call, that's all. You make one phone call and the rest is handled for you.
I only really did one thing, and that was call them.
To me, one call, that's all literally means one call, that's all.
It's real. And they're everything they, make themselves out to be.
We didn't have to do nothing but make that one call, and he took care of the rest.
Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
When Gruber Law Offices says one call, that's all, they mean it.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
In Viroqua, still no word on what caused a house fire this morning.
News 8 Now, Seth Padilla reports.
At approximately 8:55 a.m. today, the Viroqua Fire Department responded to a call of a fire at this house. When they arrived, they saw the back of the house engulfed in flames and smoke coming out of the windows.
The fire torched the inside of the house, and according to the chief of the fire department, it's unlivable right now. When firefighters arrived on the scene, they began to fight the blaze. 35 firefighters were on the scene with multiple other fire departments responding to help. It took an hour to fully extinguish the flame. No owners were in the house during the fire, but it led to a pet being killed.
Upon arrival, we had smoke and flame showing from the rear of the house. There were no injuries. No one was home at the time. No injuries to the tenants, or the residents, or firefighters. There was a dog that had perished.
The firefighters were able to contain the fire to the back part of the house.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation, and Red Cross is helping with the aftermath. Reporting in Viroqua, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
A semi-truck fire shut down parts of County Road K in Genoa early this morning. The truck caught fire around 4 a.m. near Highway 56. The cause is still under investigation, but the chief says the fire was contained to the cabin. No one was hurt, and the road is back open.
A local golf outing gave back to first responders today. Organizers of the John Van Riper Golf Outing presented a $5,000 donation to the Holmen Area Fire Department. Donation came from proceeds raised during their event back in September. Holmen Fire Chief Ryan Ostring says the money will go toward upgrading the department's medical equipment. And we will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, very wet conditions with that heavy rainfall and snow. We could lead to some rises on areas, creeks and rivers, so we'll break that down. But we also got more snow in the forecast too. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We know that home is where you can be yourself. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, our competitive rates and local servicing can help find the loan that fits you. Home is your happy place. Get the loan that fits you with a home loan from Ultra.
LaCrosse Fireplace Company has been helping families build a warm and cozy gathering area in their homes for over 25 years. With our huge selection of Heat and Glow fireplaces, you're sure to find the option and style to perfectly fit your home. And we couldn't do this without our dedicated employees. Whether it's a remodel or new construction, LaCrosse Fireplace Company is devoted to making your experience wonderful from beginning to end. Heat and Glow from LaCrosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Schwebel, Getz & Sieben will fight to get you a fair settlement.
They really were on top of everything. They left nothing to chance.
I always felt that they were pushing for me, advocating for me.
They gave me such a great peace of mind.
I knew that I could count on them.
They're trustworthy, and they always have your best interests in mind.
I would recommend Schwebel, Getz & Sieben to anybody who's been in an accident.
It was fantastic.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwebel, Getz & Sieben for a free consultation.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
and I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Plus, cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Yeah, with the amount of rainfall that we're going to see with the system, and I'll show you where some areas may get close to an inch potentially, it's going to cause some concerns with the frozen ground. So we are going to have some runoff. Potentially a lot of ditches will be full. If you have an area that's poorly drained, that could be filling up. Sub pumps and houses too are always a concern this time of year with basements when you get this type of setup. So one of the smaller creeks obviously is the Kickapoo. Right now, the one that is going potentially into action stage because of all the rainfall that's coming is the Reedstown. What you can see getting up to about 9.6. So there could be more, and especially the smaller the creeks are, the more it's probably going to rise quickly. The bigger ones probably won't see too much in a change with it, but we'll have to keep tabs on this. Quite a bit of rainfall and rain on snow. Obviously, you add more to the runoff stage too. So, but for tonight, we're not dealing with any wet conditions. We're dealing with a little bit of fog. Upper 20s, low 30s. This is actually higher than our average temperature this year, so for this time of year. So still, it's mild out there. One thing you'll note is a lot of cloud cover developing fairly quickly later this evening, and most of this is going to be low clouds, not too much of a visibility issue. As you go further north, Ladysmith, you've already seen it. Towards Eau Claire, I think you'll start seeing fog issues as we go throughout 10 p.m. and beyond. And really, as we go throughout the night, you're going to see some erosion of this low cloud deck because higher clouds are going to begin to push in from the south as that system pushes closer. So waking up, morning commute, fog potentially northern areas, but you see the visibility is pretty good right now. Just really a low cloud cover. That'll begin to break up a little bit, and then we'll be looking at the rainfall coming back into the afternoon hour, and you'll see the precipitation start to approach. So Prairie du Chien, probably after about 1 p.m. you see this rain, and we're going to get some yellow, meaning almost some moderate rainfall at times too. Pretty impressive amounts coming down. La Crosse probably closer to 3 to 4, and then Eau Claire probably closer to 5 p.m. You're going to start seeing it. Now, all areas will likely be rain through the evening, and in fact, you can see some of this yellow down there indicating almost some moderate rainfall. So very wet evening commute. Then the issue comes, when does that rain-snow line begin to push back to the west? And you'll see the transition here. Rusk County probably early in the evening, maybe 8 to 9. Eau Claire is probably going to be some point 9 to about 10, maybe 10, 11. La Crosse probably closer to midnight. Areas to the west, you'll start seeing that come through. It will be a brief period of wet snow, and it's not expected to last maybe more like 2 to 3 in the morning before we really have dry conditions for the morning commute. And any snow that does fall, as you note the temperatures, we're still going to be near or above freezing. So overall, roads should be mainly wet, regardless if we do get a little bit of snow call with that. So that's what we're looking at there. Rainfall amounts, as I said, pretty impressive amounts, potentially 3/4 to an inch further south he goes. So that's why it's going to be. Now, snowfall, this is what we're thinking right now, less than an inch, potentially southeast Minnesota, you could get 1 to 1.5, much more northeast. If that transition happens a little bit earlier, which is a possibility, then you're starting to get into that 1 to 3, 2 to 4 up to Eau Claire, and this would be that heavy wet snow. So we'll see if that scenario plays out. If it does, roads still, I don't think will be too much of an issue given it's heavy wet and our temperatures will be near freezing. This Saturday we have snow coming back in, probably late Friday night. It'll come wrap around this system and then probably push across the area through Saturday. That's going to be accumulating snow. We'll keep tabs on that one. Otherwise, colder as we go into Sunday, but that actually is where we should be this time of year at 27. And then we'll start kind of getting back to the 30s next week. So the mild stretch of weather continues, and then we might get cooler as we get towards next weekend. So definitely, like I said, sub pumps are a major thing with basements around here too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you have one, might be wanting to check it out with the amount of rainfall that's coming, especially if you're southwest Wisconsin.
It's going to be busy.
Yeah, could be.
All right, thank you, Greg. And coming up next in sports, A dream come true. Some Badger hockey players are ready to go for gold. Hear from one of the future Olympians on why this year's Wisconsin team could go back-to-back. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say, new year, new you. King Furniture is celebrating the new year with a special trade-in offer. Trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. And we'll deliver and haul away for free. Shop store-wide savings as we continue to clear out inventory and make room for new styles for 2026. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments. The King Furniture New Year sale is going on now.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, I can only imagine there are a few things more rewarding than getting a call that you're going to represent your country at the Olympics, and that's what happened for some Wisconsin women's hockey players. 4 current players and 2 former Badgers will suit up for the Stars and Stripes at the 2026 Winter Olympics. One of those players being Kirsten Sims, who scored the game-tying and game-winning goals in the NCAA title game last season to secure the championship, and she says the team is hungry for a repeat.
We had the Natty my freshman year, and we had the chance to do back then, and obviously we didn't get that done. So I know my senior class is really itching for that, and we really want it because it's pretty incredible to get to go back and do something like that. So I know we've been gunning for it, and that's our target at the end of the day, and that's what we want, and so that's what we've been going for all year. And I think we'll get the job done. And that's the plan, and that's what we're going for. So it's just day by day, and once we get to that moment, hopefully good things happen.
Wisconsin is currently 18-1-1 on the year, and they are ranked first in the country. And to hear more from Kirsten and News 3 Now Sports Director Andrew Banstra, tune in to the Wisconsin Huddle right here on Friday at 6:30. And it is Wednesday, so now it's time for the News 8 Play of the Week nominees. Kicking things off, nobody has been able to stop Calvin Lekowski this season. The Black River Falls senior has the most goals in the state with 33. Here's one of his 4 in the Tigers' 5-4 win last Friday. Some great stick work on display right there. Staying on the ice for option number 2, this is Brooke Borkenhagen of the Cooley Region Cyclones coming back on the ice after a penalty for her second goal of the night. Bangor senior tucking it home in the top shelf. Next up, it was total domination by Sparta's Gabrielle Bjorkman last week at the Tammy Effinger Invite. She took home first place in the vault, bars, beam, and floor. This is her beam routine where she scored a 9.575. To the basketball court we go for number 4. Braden DeLong of Onalaska was a spark plug off the bench last night in a win over Central. Great body control by the sophomore. He puts a little bit of English on the layup to get it to go. And lastly, this also from last night, the Kickapoo Panthers getting fancy on the fast break as Randon Deschant throws it off the glass for the alley-oop to the 6'8" Arlen Walter, who rattles the rim or the Jam. So there are the options to choose from. To cast your vote, head to news8000.com under the Sports tab, click on Play of the Week, and the poll will be front and center. Voting will open shortly after the show. Guys, a new year, still the same great options as always.
Yeah, all 5 of them definitely have a real shot at winning this
I think
week.
so, for sure.
Let it faint, Brooke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
I'm going for her.
It's a great goal. It's a great goal. You don't really see, especially alley-oops off the backboard in the Ridge and Valley. Too.
No, it's very rare. So that might be my front runner.
It's a good one for sure, but no bad picks this week. As always.
All really good stuff. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
We see you out there being an original, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know we have everything you want and need at prices that give you the most for your money. Now that we're past the holidays, it's time to gift yourself 2 packs of queen-sized pillows, just $9.99. Select holiday storage is 20% off. And assorted Meow Mix cat food, just $18.99. That's what I'm talking about. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Electrical problems are a headache. We started Olsen Brothers Electric to make your next project simple and stress-free. We've invested in the technology to make working with us easy. You can book your appointment online in minutes. Get text updates so you're never left guessing. We're taking electrical service into the digital age. We are always transparent with our estimates. Any electrical project, no matter the size, we've got you covered. We keep electrical service simple. We're the Olsen Brothers.
Out with the olds and in with the new at Wesco in Sparta. Grab amazing deals with discounts up to 50% off. Floor models, overstocks, and slightly blemished items must go. So incredible, even I can't believe the savings. Our team is ready to help you find the perfect piece for your home. Hurry, these deals won't last long. Head to Wesco in Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And remember to tell them Peyton sent you.
We still got some areas of fog tonight, but not widespread. Very wet Thursday afternoon and evening. That means ponding of water. We could see some minor rises in creeks given the amount of rain that's going to be falling. It switches to snow Thursday night. There is some minor accumulation, but we're not expecting any road issues to go into Friday morning's commute. We do have some more accumulating snow late Friday night, more on Saturday. That likely might cause some road issues. More to come on that system as we get closer.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Thanks for joining us at 6.
And we'll see you tonight at 10.